Hello everyone, welcome to Timsy Naked Tarot. We are doing an all signs overview for the new moon in Capricorn. Okay, it's a general energy we are doing, basically what the universe wants you to know for the next coming couple of weeks. And it is a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you. If it does resonate with you, that is fantastic. If it doesn't resonate with you, don't worry too much. And also, don't be too hung up on your star sign. Yes, you may be a Taurus, but if anything in the reading jumps out at you, you like the picture on the card, what I say about it just makes you think, oh, I wonder what that one's about, go with that one because that could be the message for you. Okay, as always, I will draw a rune. Welcome if you're new. This is my rune bag. This has my Norse runes in it. Which is an ancient way of divining. It is a bit older than the tarot, but consequently it's a little bit more up to interpretation because of that. We don't know exactly what these actually meant back in the day when they used them. It could be something just as common as an alphabet, but it could also be used for divining purposes as we now use them in this day and age. Okay, so we have got Fehu in reverse. Now, Fehu is the common cow, okay? Yeah, I know, it sounds strange. But it's basically the energy of money, wealth, okay? Basically how it goes is back in the Norse time, cows were very important. Cows gave you nourishment. Cows gave you milk. Cows gave you fertilizer for your fields to grow more stuff. And you would take your cows to market and sell them to the butchers. So that would give you some sort of currency to buy other things that you can't make yourself. For instance, metal workings and the like. And so it's not just wealth, it's portable wealth. So in today's day and age, portable wealth is all about like credit cards and cash. Now, this could be saying that this month or this coming moon cycle, you may have issues with credit cards and cash. You may have, because it's in reverse. So there may be, I don't know, stocks and bonds and shares and the like ain't coming off to quite as well as you thought. Maybe gambles you are taking are not paying off. Maybe you're losing more than you're earning if you're a bit of a gambler, if you go for that sort of thing, and things like that. Let's just do a quick cut and then see what the tarot is saying to back this up. Put that on there and that on there. And so we got the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords could be sacrificing yourself. It could be perhaps you are just going for a horse's name, what sounds nice, instead of actually checking the form of that particular horse. Perhaps on the stock market and shares and things, perhaps you're just going for shares which are at their peak and you're thinking, oh, I'll just jump onto that right at the end before it starts to drop. And then I'll sell it when it drops. And you miss that key moment. You get it just as it's starting to drop. And you don't have a chance for your shares to go up at all. And we've got the Six of Swords as well. Now, the Six of Swords is going to calmer places, calmer waters. So although you might have some sort of financial issues over the next couple of weeks, ultimately it is going to calm itself down. Okay, it's not going to be a big long-term thing you're going to be stuck with for the rest of your life. It is just literally going to be probably something like an unexpected bill turning up, which you have got the money to deal with. You just then have to replace your savings. That's for the bulk of you. That's just a general energy. Okay, it doesn't necessarily mean that all these cards are going to be about financial based things or not. So Aries, we have got the Knight of Wands for you. Now this could be a little bit of fool's rush in. Okay, you like what I said about like picking horses just because the name sounded good to you, and then your horse not winning because you didn't check the form. You didn't realize that it had just gone up into a new category, and yes, it might have won its last 20 races, but now it's racing against bigger, stronger horses, and it doesn't. So it's kind of like, yeah, check your passions, check out what you want to go for. When you feel that urge to go for something, just take a step back, have a look at it, because the Knight of Wands out of all the knights is, I do feel it's like where fools rush in. Okay, Taurus, you have got the Two of Pentacles. You are just simply going to be sort of juggling something. Well, this could be love, this could be finance, this could be something else, life related, but generally there is going to be a juggling of something going on for you in the next 2 weeks, and we can check this out when we do the readings for you. Geminis, you could be getting lucky out of all this. Obviously, there is two sides to every story. Yes, if the bulk of the energy is people having troubles with their portable income, their portable money, generally means someone's benefiting from that, and that could be you, Geminis. Maybe you're getting a windfall, maybe you're getting money you lent out to people and forgotten about coming back to you. Maybe there was this independence and finance and freedom. Finance is thick in this one, it keeps just popping out. It doesn't actually mean about finance, but maybe there's you discover an independence within your finances you didn't realize was there. Maybe you just go through your finances and realize you're paying a lot of people a lot of money for stuff you don't have anymore, and you're just knocking all them on the head. Okay, us Cancerians, we have got the Hierophant. This could be that you need advice, or you're listening to someone who is giving you advice about how and when it is best to deal with your finances. Now, this advice could be bad, okay, because this is in reverse. And so possibly, again, a little warning, don't just take it for gospel what people say. Check things out yourself. Leo, I'm going to say you're already in this situation. You're already in a little bit of dire straits. Let's face it, a lot of us are. It's the first month after Christmas, and a lot of people overspending Christmas. Maybe you are a group of people who have overspent this year or at the end of last year, and you are now recovering from that. Okay, you're starting to get that sort of like that little nest egg topped back up, your safety cushion, whatever it may be, you're getting it all sorted. Which leads us on to the Sun for our Virgos. Again, you're sort of this next couple of weeks could be getting you out of this. It could be flipping this energy up into the upright for you. With the Sun there, you're going to feel secure enough. Yes, if there is any financial issues for you, it's not enough to make you worry too much. It's going to be like, yeah, all I have to do is I just have to tighten my belt for a couple of weeks until my next pay packet. Okay. Libras, you have got the Hermit coming out. Well, this is telling us that you need to be looking at tightening your belt. Okay. Virgos might have to tighten their belt for a week or two. I feel that this might be a bit longer for you. You might have to tighten your belt for a little bit longer than a couple of weeks. But ultimately, the answer is there within you. To do your soul searching, do your combing, do your research. Okay, and perhaps stop socializing as much as well. Yeah, you don't need to go to the coffee shop every day. Go every other day. And before you know it, you've just saved yourself £20. Okay. Okay, so Scorpios, you've got the Seven of Swords coming out. The Seven of Swords is an energy of perhaps being robbed. Perhaps you're going to feel that you've been robbed. Perhaps you're going to come into contact with a con man who's going to try to be getting money out of you. Again, I'm sort of bouncing off that Hierophant there. They're going to come in and they're going to seem like maybe a financial advisor or something like that, but they're not. They're a little bit shady. For some of you, it is just literally changing your tactics, changing the way you spend money. Okay, instead of just going willy-nilly and spending it, sit down, plan out where all your money's going. It's changing. If you don't do that already, perhaps look into doing that. Sagittarius, you have got the Chariot coming out. You're just basically boldly moving forward. I mean, that's typical Sagittarius sort of energy, really, isn't it? Any sort of money worries you may be getting over the next couple of weeks, you're just thinking, well, it is what it is. I just keep going. Okay, and this spurs off an energy of things like the long shots. We had up here, we got Aries here betting on horses because they like the name, and then you've got down here betting on horses because it had stupidly big odds, and you thought, well, I can afford to lose £1 to make 100. Okay, so you do it, and it's just boldly moving forward, taking those risks. I'm not suggesting for 1 minute you should be taking those risks, but you are in this energy of getting against the odds sort of win for the next couple of weeks. So if you think there's something a little bit like, well, the chances of winning this are very slim, there'll be billions of people entering this competition, enter it anyway, especially if it's not costing you anything, because you have to be in it to win it. Okay, then spurring off that, we have got the Ace of Wands for our Capricorns. Have you noticed how that happened? Yeah, all these have been quite individual, but that's spurring off that. The Sun spurring off that. The Ace of Wands. It is this. Your energy is going to lead you to some sort of new beginning, but it's not the new beginning you thought it was going to lead you to. Okay, so for some of you, you might go into a shop to buy a lottery ticket, end up talking to the cashier, and that is the person you spend the rest of your life with. You weren't expecting that. That's not what you went in there to do, but that's what happened. Okay, so anyway, getting back to the Capricorns' Ace of Wands. This is telling you that there is going to be a new beginning for you coming up within the next couple of weeks. It's going to be something about your passions, okay? And it could be a relationship. It could be a hot, nice, fiery, spicy relationship where you might be able to get to put some of your fantasies into reality. But it could also just be the fact that this new beginning is about something you have passion about. Maybe you done a taster course in knitting and you like it that much that you go and buy a load of stuff, you buy a big knitting machine and all that, and you start knocking out jumpers, socks, hats, whatever, not because you're thinking about making money from it, but because you just like doing it. But this is then rolls into something else, which becomes something a bit better, a new beginning of some description. Okay, let me see who we got here. Aquarius. Your keys about finances and possibly making them better is actually working in teams. Okay, taking on new responsibilities and then creating a team around you to help you with that team. And Pisces coming up at the end. Okay, yeah, you know you've got money issues. You know you're in a bit of financial trouble, and what are you doing about it? Nah, nothing. Okay, you just know it's happening, and it's like, well, I'll just bury my head in the sand, and hopefully it will get better. Is what I'm getting off your Queen of Swords there. I'm also getting you should be chopping something out. You should be looking through your finances. You should be changing your tactics. If you've buried your head in the sand before and ended up in a lot of financial debt, you may be doing exactly the same thing again. Change your tactics. Don't do the same thing again. Actually look at what you've got. Look where you can save money. Okay, is what I'm getting for you off here. Now, this was meant to be a general read, okay, but it seems to have come out as a little bit of a financial read, okay. But it is what it is. The energies, or the universe gives me the energy it wants to give me, especially when I put out to the universe, tell my people what they need to know. So that is what you are getting. Okay, so fantastic. Hopefully it all resonates with you throughout the next couple of weeks as I do the main reads. Don't forget to tune in to watch them. Just another little important note, and this is probably just going to be for the last one or two of you who are still watching. This new moon is kind of special because it's the first new moon of the year, and it actually falls on the 11th of January, basically 11-1-1-1-1, quite a big important angel number. And normally you feel the energies of the full or new moons about 3 days before, 3 days after, so it can come into effect anywhere around about a week of the new moon. And I don't know about you lot, but I've been suffering headaches in the morning. Now, wake up first thing in the morning. It's not because I've been drinking. It's not because I'm dehydrated, because I'm quite good on all that sort of stuff. Um, it's just a banging, pounding headache. Now, let me know in the comments if you've been suffering some of these headaches over the last couple of days, because obviously it is the new moon now as you are watching this video, hopefully, and as you're catching it later, and then it's just been. So let me know if you've been suffering headaches for the last 3 days. I called up on this because I don't normally suffer from headaches that much, and it's nothing crippling or anything like that. It's just a sort of a nag in the morning, almost like I've been downloaded during the night, and my brain is now sort of calming down after all that hyperactivity. Anyway, just a weird little one I'd suddenly thought of at the end there. Before we go, Capricorn season, let's do your birthday clarifier for your Ace of Wands, shall we? See what is going on with that. I missed it last time. I didn't think it was quite in your sign last time. Yeah, it was. I missed. Yeah, you should have had one on the last all signs overview I done as well, but I missed it. But let's get you one for this one. Okay. So your Ace of Wands, let's see what's clarifying this Ace of Wands universe. Just bear in mind, this is just if it's your birthday over the next couple of weeks. Okay. So the answer's in that bit somewhere. Not taking all of them. What do you want to tell us from this bit, universe? So we've got a Knight of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords in reverse. So the Knight of Pentacles is telling us that this energy is going to be a bit of a slow build up. You're going to have to work your way through it. It's not going to be a given. Yeah, you might not even realize it when you first start it. Okay, but you do have to plan carefully. Obviously, this whole week's reads, or this whole fortnight's reads, is a little bit about your finances and how poorly they are doing at the moment. So you haven't got the finances to just go willy-nilly and buy a load of stuff and start this big study. So you have to plan your way through, work out exactly what you need and things like that. And this is obviously after you realise that this Ace of Wands is what is actually starting. Okay, if it might not be for all of you, maybe your passion doesn't really amount to much, and maybe it's just you're then having to realize that you have to plan on when you buy your next ball of yarn or whatever. Okay, sticking to that whole knitting thing. With the Nine of Swords, it is going to ease your anxieties. Whatever this new passion of yours is, it's going to ease your anxieties. It's going to bring something to an end. Okay, and allow for something else to begin on top of this as well. Now, we got the Five of Pentacles coming out as the crossing card here, and that is telling us that there is some financial issues going on in your life at the moment, but not to worry too much about them, because they are just like more worrying about what might happen, what if this happens, than actually what will happen. Okay, it's like this archer here. He's fired off 5 arrows all up into the air. Look, you can see them all flying up there, and this little dwarf at the front, he's running, covering his head. He's worried that one of those arrows is going to fall on his head. Chances of it? Yeah, he's got, I don't know. But there's a big area around him. The wind could blow all those arrows off course. Yeah, he might not actually be shooting anywhere near that dwarf. He might be shooting for something miles away. Well, not miles away, but something in a different direction. But the dwarf just thinks one might fall on his head. That's what it is. You may be worrying, the anxiety here, over stuff that never materializes. The Page or the Knight of Pentacles. Well, the Knight of Pentacles tells us it will actually materialize, but it probably nowhere near as bad as you thought it was going to be. Okay, so that is your little clarifier. Hopefully that resonates as well with you. Now, thank you all for watching, even though most of you are probably gone. If it resonates, fantastic. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. Maybe next time it will. So don't forget to tune in about a fortnight for the full moon read I will be doing. Until I catch you on the next one of my videos, be good out there.